I wrote a book that explained how I got over panic attacks. It's called Turn Your Face, How to Be Heard and Get What You Want Most of the Time. My mother was not a worrier. She said there was no point to it. Whatever you worried about never happened. So it was just wasted energy. Now I took that bit of good advice and twisted it, and in my little girl head I thought, okay, if I worry about bad things, I can keep them from happening. Now that resulted in my having my first panic attack when I was 36 years old. But I did some things that helped me get over that, and it all resulted in my book. The chapter titles are called Write What You Know, Choose What Restores Your Energy, Plan What You Want, Listen When You Care, Say What You Mean, Work When You Need to, Choose What You Think, and Dance When You Can. I looked at that list. I wrote that list all at one time on a plane ride to somewhere. I was writing in my journal. I put that list down and I thought, yes, those are the things that helped me stop that bad worry habit, helped me communicate better with others, and helped me get what I wanted most of the time. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the chapters. Chapter 1, Write What You Know. I recommend that you write 10 minutes a day, 5 days a week, in a style called free writing. When you do free writing, you don't worry about spelling, punctuation, grammar, anything that some English teacher always said, remember, you do that, you don't. And if you have a censor that lives on your shoulder, you want to smack them off for this session of 10 minutes of writing. Now there is one catch. You need to start writing and not stop until the 10 minutes is up. And if you can't think of anything to write, then just write over and over again. I can't think of anything, I can't think of anything. This is one of the craziest things I've ever tried. But here's what will happen if you keep writing. Ideas will come to you that will not come if you just sit and think of one thing at a time. Now if you decide to do this, it can help with a lot of things. It can help you tap into your right brain creativity. It can help you get rid of frustration, help you organize your day, prepare for important conversations, and accomplish goals. Chapter 2, Choose What Restores Your Energy. I recommend that you take assessments to find out how you like to do things and what behaviors you prefer. My favorite one is Myers-Briggs, and it let me know that I need some alone time, some quiet time to restore myself when I have been working hard. So on a regular basis, I plan a day alone where I do whatever I want to do all day long as the thoughts occur to me. Now, in my work, I'm dealing with people and there's a lot of activity and a lot of action. But if I want to restore, that's the way I need to do it. Now, I have grown children, so this is an easy thing for me to do. If you have young children, try trading off with a spouse or a friend and giving each other the kind of day you need at least once a month. Chapter 3, Plan What You Want. This chapter will help you take stock of what's going on in your life right now, look back at what has led you to where you are at this point, and then helps you make some decisions about the next best step to take. Now sometimes we don't know what we want. We can't think of it. But that's a good place to start. Start with what you don't want. When I had little children, at one point I was overwhelmed with how things were going, and I was lying in the bed on a Sunday afternoon feeling sorry for myself, and my children were in their rooms playing. And I kept trying to think, now what's one thing I could do that would make me happy? And I couldn't come up with it. But I thought of one thing I didn't want to do. I didn't want to cook supper. And so I didn't. And people came to me and said, when are we having supper? And I said, I don't know, but I'm not cooking it. And then I began to negotiate with my husband about how we might change how the evenings went, because cooking matters to people. Chapter 4 is Listen When You Care. Now this is where the title of the book comes from. When my daughter was little, she talked later than her friends, and I worried about that. But then once she began to talk, she didn't stop. She talked in full sentences and full paragraphs and went on and on and on. And I remember once I was cooking supper and she was over here messing with some pots and pans, and I kept on doing what I was doing. She came over, pulled me by the skirt, and said, Mama, turn your face. Now she knew for the kind of listening that she wanted, I had to stop what I was doing and turn to her. I couldn't always do it, but I would say, I can't do it now, but I'll do it in just a little bit, or tomorrow when we have time together. Grown-ups are the same way. When you're going to listen to someone and you care about, you've got to stop what you're doing. Don't keep typing on the computer, don't look at your cell phone, don't open your mail while they're in your office. If it's an important conversation, stop, turn your face and body to them, and give them your full attention.